What's up guys, and welcome back to Fallout 4, and in today's episode I'm going to be focusing on base building. This is something that I've been probably the most excited for in the game. I've had a lot of people tell me that the story can be a little bit bland, the characters can be a little bit boring, but the base building everybody has said is absolutely amazing, and I love base building in games. So we're going to build a settlement today, and as you can see, Joel has been doing pretty well in the Wasteland. He's got himself some leather armor, he's got his welding goggles on because we're going to be building. Hobo has also found a little home. So cute, I love him so much. And I've already built a base. Well, I've already built a building, I should say. We are going to build here. I chose to build in Sanctuary rather than the Red Rocket because there's so much more space. But I've already kind of built one building here to get an idea of how the base building works. And it looks really good. I'm really impressed with it. So we're going to have lots of room in here. I think I want to make this like a living quarters, because when you have settlers come, they need beds, they need areas, so I'll probably section this off into rooms and put beds in them, and then we can have another floor as well. I don't know how high you can build, but I guess we're gonna find out. I'm really looking forward to it. We won't have settlers show up today. I'm gonna build the settlement first, and then you have to finish that quest that I abandoned at the end of last episode, so we actually have to finish the Minutemen quest, and those people that we save will be our first settlers, and then that should open up the ability to bring in more settlers, even though we are already encountering raiders. These two fine ladies decided to show up, and Codsworth had words with them, with his dildo arm, and they just couldn't handle it. So we have quite a bit of material already. I think I have 1,000 wood, 1,000 steel, all that kind of stuff. I'll show you guys how you can get that. So you can kind of walk up to like a tire and you just scrap it. And you can see a sign sitting there, you scrap it. You get steel out of that. So you can gather all of the materials that you need from junk that's lying around. So this lamp, that's in the way, we'll get rid of that. So I've done that for most of Sanctuary, the Red Rocket, and I think another settlement I went to and scrapped some stuff. So we have a fair bit of stuff to build with today, and you can build structures, you can build furniture, decorations, power, defense, resources, stores. You can build a lot of stuff in this. We can actually build like an entire settlement, and that's why I want to build like one place for everybody to live rather than many residential areas. So this should be 2 or 3 floors of beds and rooms and kind of residential. I want to make a bar, I want to make a store, I want to make like a grocery store slash butcher shop, and I'm not sure if I want to build like a power station. I might just have it so that everybody has like wind turbines on top of their roofs. I have a lot of ideas. There's gonna be a lot of really cool stuff going on. Oh, you gotta exit out of this to open the door. Okay, there we go. So we're gonna try to put a second floor on this first, I guess. Seems like the best idea. I don't really know how I want to do this yet, because that's the thing, you can build pretty much anything you want. It's very unrestrictive, and that leads to a lot of indecision. Oh, these are really cool. So these are the steel ones. You can build wood walls and steel walls. Everything is divided that way. And these look like the sides of planes. So let me just see if I put something like this here. So E to build. That looks really, really cool. Oh, it makes me wish I had built the whole thing. Actually, technically this is steel. It's kind of paneled. So maybe I'll make the second floor more like that. Or like that kind of steel. I really like that idea. I think that looks really cool. It looks kind of like an awning, almost like a roof. And then on top of that, we'll have another floor where we can put our wind turbines and stuff like that. So, oh, you can pick stuff up too. That's another thing. That's one thing that I really like over games like Ark. If you put something down and you mess it up, you would have to destroy it. In this, you can just pick stuff back up and put it wherever you want. If I didn't like this whole building, I could put it all in my inventory and use it however I want, which is just ingenious. Nothing gets wasted, which is fantastic. So, the only thing I don't like about the building in this is there aren't windows on stuff. Like, it's all just flat walls and things like that. I want windows. I want to be able to see out onto the world, but they don't give you that option, which is kind of a pain in the butt. Building this also, oh my god, what the... I have a new trait called Idiot Savant, and you'll get 3 times as much experience for doing a random thing. And it scares the shit out of you every single time. Like I was gonna say, it's great because it gives you a ton of experience when you're doing this. So, like, I can just be doing all this random stuff, and I'm leveling up, which is fantastic. Is this the one that I need for the corner? No. What do I need to fit in here? It's a shame that those corner pieces don't fit perfectly. It's, that's the only ones you can put on the corners there that are kind of rounded, like these wall pieces. Shack wall roof. Yeah, shack wall corner. And they kind of bow out, but I guess it gives them character, you know? That's kind of what the Wasteland's all about, is just improvising and making everything nice and ugly. So now we can add a roof. And it's going to be really cool, because I think I'm going to have it so that we are going to have wind turbines on the roof. I think that's the best way to go about powering everything, because if I put generators all over the ground to power everything, then I'm not going to have a whole lot of room for anything else. I'm going to use a lot of electricity, so that way it's just unused space. Like, the roofs aren't going to be used for anything else. Why not put generators up there? And it'll make the town look really cool from the distance. So hopefully we can get this to work. I'm going to need stairs to get up here, though. I really want to try out these concrete blocks at some point. I'm not sure what you would use them for. I think they're just for making foundations, but they could be used to make really, really thick walls. Who knows? But either way, I found the stairs. So you can just put stairs in. It doesn't lock in with these walls, which is a pain in the ass. Oh, it's because I need to get rid of one of the floors. Okay, so if I get rid of that and I can store you. Crap, I need to hit tab to store. Yes, so now I can use that whenever I want. And then I can go back and put my stairs in like this. Yeah, okay, cool. And now I can take these stairs up to the roof. And everything is nice and, well, relatively aligned. That's okay. And then we can fill this out and start putting some power up here. So I want all of these power generators to face the same direction, because if they're all just pointing in different directions all over the place, it's going to look silly. That's not how it works. And I don't think it actually matters. There is no wind in this game, so it's probably a good idea that we have it facing the Wasteland. That way every time we come home, we'll be facing them rather than seeing the back of them. I guess we can use that ball as a reference point. So we use that water tower as a reference point, and oh my god, look at this. This thing is really cool. You can make little ones. Make oh, okay, so they're different kinds of like nuclear generators. Okay, so put one there. And I want them to be like as close to each other as possible. Just barely, come on. Come on, you know you want to. There we go. One there. What do these cost? Aluminum, gear, copper, steel. Okay, so copper and aluminum are a little bit rarer, which is why they cost a little bit more, I would say. Why is this not going there? Okay, there we go. That's the ticket. And right there. Cool, so they're gonna make 3 power each, and you can see that in the top bar now, it says power 9. So we can power 9 things, I would assume. I wonder if I can jump on this roof to take a look. Come on, oh, I need to get rid of that, okay. Didn't make it, okay, fine. Oh, that looks really cool. So now when we hook those up by wires to stuff, then we should be good to go. We should have electricity. I actually had to watch a tutorial how to do this, because the electrical stuff in this game, it's not super complicated, but it is in detail, you know, they didn't skip out on stuff here. So, yeah, there's a lot of stuff like, what is this? A light box? Power speaker, miscellaneous. Okay, cool, that's just random little things you can power. So we want, no, we don't want a light. Connectors and switches, okay, and we want this one, connector. So if I attach this to the roof, I guess I'll just put it here. Right? Now I should be able to, how do I run a cable? Attach wire, okay. So we'll take a wire and hook it up to that. Oh my god. Not the time, man. Get to that. Okay, to that. So now this whole house is powered because it's all attached to that. So now if we go downstairs, it's dark in here. If we grab something like a light bulb, let's get a fan. Yeah, let's use a fan. Okay, so, oh, we don't have the items. Oh, we need more steel. We used all of our steel already? Oh no, okay, I need to find more. Okay, I found more steel. We can now build it, and I think we should be able to build it just about anywhere. Like if we build it here, is that gonna work? Yeah! Look at that, that is so cool. So now our house will have power. We'll have lights, you can hook up any lights, you can hook up TVs, anything like that that meet the power requirements. That probably takes 1 power, we have 9, so we could put 8 other lights in here, I would imagine. But the thing is, it works in like a circumference. So it's not just the whole house. If I take this downstairs, It's still going to be lit, but I guess if we move like over here, yeah, you see, now it goes out because it's too far from the generators in the top corner. So we would have to run like a pole down to here and then hook it up to the side of the house again. I have a feeling what I'm going to end up doing is run all of the wind turbines to poles and then run the poles down the sides of the street to all of the houses. That way I don't have to dick around with it, and it'll be like an actual electrical system, like a proper city would have it. But either way, that is great. House is looking awesome. So we could probably do some decorating this episode too. You know what? I'm not really sure. It's really weird building because I spend so much time not talking and trying to figure out what I'm doing that I don't really know what I'm saying and how long this episode is going to be. But I feel like if we put this kind of wall up, maybe I can make this like a bit of a bathroom, and then all of this can be individual rooms. So down that side and down that side. So I can build more walls like that one. The thing is, they don't lock in. You can put them anywhere, right? You can put them half rooms, full rooms. So you gotta kind of just eyeball it and hope for the best, which is, I kind of like that about the game. You know what? Like I said, it gives the buildings character. It does make it look more survival-ish. Like Fallout is all about the whole Wasteland being ugly and stuff like that, right? The rooms are turning out much nicer than I had anticipated. You know what? They have their own little space. You have a rug, you have your bed, some people have a radio. Everybody gets a little bit of a dresser, a storage area with some paintings. You know, you can have a couch or something like that, maybe a desk, but it's turning out pretty well. The bathroom is still a little bit lackluster, but you know what? I'm really happy with this. I think the people who live here are going to be very happy as well. I can make more of them over here. We do the same thing with the second floor. That's pretty much what this whole building is going to be. It's residential. And then we can kind of come up with other things. The other thing that I really wanted to build this episode was starting on a farm. I don't know how it's going to really work, because I think you need people to actually work the farms for it to have upkeep, but I can start building some now. This looks like a pretty good spot to start the farm, actually, because it's gonna be surrounded by buildings. I'd like it to be kind of in the center, so maybe we'll clear off a lot of this crap and get started. Looks like there's some stuff already growing back here. We have watermelons, we have, what are you, gourds? We have more melons. I don't think I really want to work on those quite yet. I want to be more in the tomato and the corn business, because I have a few. I've been told that they're more important. You can use them to make something. Can't really remember. Okay, yeah, here we go. So we have carrots, corn, a different kind of corn by the looks of it. Why are there two corns? Weird. Different gourd, watermelon, mutfruit plant, razor grain, potatoes, and other tatoes. Okay, so let's we'll start with some potatoes. How about that? So we can go potato there, potato there. You've built something that requires work. To produce its resources, the root working. Yeah, okay, that's what I said. So I need workers to actually make this, like, produce anything, but that doesn't stop me from actually making it. And I think a worker can. That's not spaced out so well. Luckily, can pick it up afterwards. I think a worker can tend to 8. Stop doing that. I think a worker can tend to 8 things at a time, in which case I'll probably plant 8 of them. Okay, and then we can also plant 8 corn, and then we can get 2 workers taking care of both of those at the same time. What's the difference? Like, they're the exact same thing. Do they look different? They must look. Oh, okay, they just look a little bit different. I actually do like that. You know what? That's not a bad idea for them to include that kind of thing, because then your field doesn't look like it's just a copy of itself. Oh, I only had 1 thing of corn. I'll need to find more corn in the wasteland. That's the thing. You can't just build tomatoes. You can't just build corn. I found an ear of corn out in the wasteland, and now I get to plant it. Now I have a corn plant. Pretty cool. That's gonna be it for this episode of Fallout 4, guys, and I'm gonna keep building in my spare time. I feel like I've already showed you guys what it's like to build a structure, so I don't need to show you building more structures. It would be pretty repetitive, but I do want to have more base building episodes, so once I go to build my butcher shop, or build my bar, or build something unique, then I'll be sure to show you guys, because I feel like base building in this game is a lot of fun, and we're going to start bringing in settlers next episode. So we will go back and do the Minutemen mission, I guess it was, with the power armor, saving the people, bringing them back here, and then we can start exploring the wasteland and kind of bringing in more settlers and just encountering the wasteland. I feel like I haven't played any of this game with you guys yet. Just going out and having stuff happen can be the most fun in this kind of game. Thank you guys very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Isn't Jesse's last name May? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold on a minute. Are you Jesse's daughter? Did I just go on a date with your mom? And she was 36, so you're 20, so she would have been 16 when she had you. Wow, I am a greaseball.